Tanya. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, if you're a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then hey bitch. And if you're not a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that notification button. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? So Gizelle is in a ring shop looking for rings, honey, but she ain't looking for no ring for herself. She over there helping one trying to find a ring for Robyn, okay? She bringing out all these 1 carats or whatever carat rings, okay? And one's like, well, wait a minute, we're going to have to scale back a bit, honey, because I ain't got that kind of coinage, okay? And the lady was like, well, what do you have? And he was like, well, I got somewhere between, you know, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, somewhere in there. So he settled on a really nice ring for $8,950. Now, I saw some people on social media saying, oh, well, one must not got no money. Well, honey, tell me where your ring at. How about that? Where is your ring, okay? Where's the coinage that was spent on your ring, okay? Does your man even have $800? Oh, okay, but you worry about the $8,950. Oh, okay, then we're going to move along, all right? So Gizelle took a picture of the ring finger because she wants to send it over to Jamal because she's trying to give him a little hint like, you may want to go ahead and wipe me up again, but I don't know if Jamal gonna be ready to go back down that road with her. But okay, girl. So we're at Monique's house, right? And Monique is getting ready to do this whole Not for Lazy Moms podcast, the live version. Well, guess what, child? She still only sold 20 tickets out of what, 300? Okay, so she's still pressed about that because people not buying tickets. It's a little shaky for her, okay? So she decided, listen, since I ain't got nobody to come over here to this event, I'm about to go ahead and call these girls. I'm desperate anyway, honey, and I really need them to see that I have changed in the small amount of time, okay? I know it's been about 3 weeks, maybe 4, okay, that I've done a little bit of change, but I want them to come and witness what it is that I have done, okay? And I'm over here like, Monique, stop lying, girl. You over here talking about some, I've changed, I'm working on myself, girl. It ain't even been that long enough for you to be working on yourself. So let's call the thing a thing and just call the thing out and say, girl, listen, I ain't got nobody coming to this event, okay? Ain't nobody trying to support me. Could y'all at least show up, okay? And then when y'all say y'all gonna come, y'all can show it to y'all followers, okay? And maybe y'all followers will say they'll come too, okay? Let's be real about what it is you're trying to do, okay? So she calls Robyn, all right? Robyn sound like she just woke up, honey, okay? Robyn like, girl, ooh, I'll think about it, honey. I don't really like you like that, honey. I know you want me to come, girl, but I ain't really been featuring you like that, no way, honey. But if you want to send me the information, girl, I'm gonna think about it. She calls Wendy. Wendy gave her straight up, girl, I'm not gonna cap with you. I'm not gonna play with you out here in these streets. I'm gonna tell you what it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be, what's up, not said with me, okay? And she said, girl, listen, I don't rock with you like that for real, honey, okay? Last time I told you, first of all, let's be very clear. You don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. You don't check up on me. You don't hit me up and none of that. Okay? You couldn't even hit Candiace up. Last time I talked to you, honey, you said that you ain't have no remorse about any of your actions. And then now you want to try and call me to invite me to an event for you? No, ma'am. Not going to do that. Okay? So Wendy was very, very honest about how she was going to be moving. And she was moving away from the event because she does not plan on attending. Okay? Now, Monique was trying to let her know, like, well, you know, I am working on myself. I am changing. All this other stuff, right? So, moral of the story, Wendy said, all right then, girl, well, thank you for telling me. Oh, okay then, girl, all right then. Okay, click. All right, because Wendy ain't have nothing else for Miss Monique, okay? She calls Karen. Of course, Karen is like, yes, I will be there for you. I will support you because I'd like to be viewed as the grande dame, and I am here for everyone. So if that's what you want, despite the that I've told Candiace, I am here for you. Girl, go ahead with it. Go ahead, Karen. So that was pretty much that. You know, Monique had some guy in her house who happens to be, I guess, the godfather to her kids or whatever. He was at the house trying to give her a little advice, telling her, girl, you know, a lot of times when we, you know, went in with somebody else or we got some stuff going on over here, really ain't got nothing to do with them people. It got something to do with me. So basically, both of the pastors came and told her the same thing that she already knew about herself, okay? It was what it was. I think he also mentioned, like, you can't force people to see things how you want to see them. You know what I'm saying? You could try, whatever, move on. That was that. I think we're going to get into the rest of the Monique story as I go along. So Karen and Ray are going to go see a therapist. Well, technically not a therapist, more so of a life coach, because Ray feels a way about seeing a therapist. And I'm like, girl, they dang near the same thing, honey. Okay, they dang near the same thing. But okay, whatever title is going to make you feel cute, come on in here, all right? Okay, so they're sitting down, pretty much discussing the issues of what's been going on with them lately. Ray says, listen, okay? And that's funny to me that Ray didn't want to go sit down with no therapist or nobody, but you just first want to open up your mouth so you can say what it is of how you feeling. Okay, I was like, okay, then you might be free in this room, Ray. Well, go ahead, okay? So Ray was like, well, listen, I'm used to her being Ray's wife. I'm not used to being Karen's husband, okay? So Ray was really pressed because he realized he ain't got the juice like that no more, okay? You ain't got the juice like that. All the juice has been given over to the grand dame, which is Karen, okay? So it's a little shaky for him, all right? He's used to her waiting on him hand and foot and taking care of the things around the house and being a true housewife, okay? So he don't understand the definition of this new age housewife where she's all on a reality show and all this other stuff, okay? So Karen's like, well, listen, he just feels as though he ain't got to do a thing, okay? And in order for a marriage to work, we both gonna have to do our parts. So Ray said, you're right, we are, but you're also gonna have to show up for the things that you want me to do, girl, okay? So clearly they have a few things that they need to work out. Karen brings up the financial status of the taxes and everything and how she used some of her money, okay, to bail him and his business out, get him out of the tax bind that he was in. Okay, and Ray was like, okay, well, you know, I appreciate you. You could tell he really didn't want to say it. I don't know what that is about Ray. I'm not sure what that, he really didn't want to give her props. I guess he's so used to being the manly man, and it makes me wonder, how have you viewed Karen all this time? Have you always viewed her as beneath you and you never thought that she was going to rise to the occasion? Like, how did you always view your wife, okay? So he finally comes out because that's what she wanted. He said, thank you, you know what I'm saying, for holding it down, for being there with me during all of this BS that we had going on that I put us in or whatever. So she really appreciated that. In her confessional, she teared up and she said she knew it took a lot for him. It should not have taken a lot because he took a lot of your money, okay? So it should not have taken a lot for him to sit up there and apologize or thank you, okay, for your services, okay, for being there for him, okay? It should not have taken a lot because it took a lot of your money. So that's just how I feel about that. But okay then, girl, good luck. So Wendy is at the house, honey. Wendy is at the house with Eddie and the kids, okay? She over there fixing all this breast milk and stuff, and she decided she gonna put a little droplet in her kid's mouth. I ain't really got anything to say about that, girl. I don't know what the breast milk do for the kids, you know, at a certain age or whatever. I guess when the babies were sick, she gave them a little bit of breast milk, and it helped them. So, girl, okay. Now, Wendy decides that she is going to call the girls because she's having a women's empowerment event, okay? Wendy says that she's only going to invite everybody but Monique, right? She said, I'm about empowering women, but I'm not about dealing with women that put their hands on other women or something like that, she said, right? So I'm kind of like, well, Wendy, don't you think that those type of women that are, you know, abusive or may have fought or got into other altercations, don't you think they need a bit of empowerment poured into them? Don't you think that they need a little bit of that too? Because I mean, you go to the prisons and all these ladies that committed all these crimes, honey, the murders and all this other stuff, girl, and they still get people that come in and, you know, pour into them positive. They get that same type of empowerment. So I mean, I ain't like your statement, girl. Just keep it real and just say, listen, I don't really rock with Monique. Majority of the girls ain't rocking with Monique. She's overruled. I don't with her like that, and she ain't coming to my event, period. So don't sit up there and try and say, oh, you know, I'm about empowering ladies, but I'm not about X, Y, Z, ABC, BBD. Like, don't do that, girl, okay? Just keep it a buck, okay? Because Monique could have she could have came to that event. But I think you said it best when you was on the phone with Monique earlier. Like, I'll be an effed up person to know that I'm really close with this person that brought me onto this show. Okay, you just pretty much wop, wop, baloo bop. Okay, everybody keeps saying she pulled her hair. She did not just pull this girl's hair. She actually wop, wop, wop on her head, okay? So it was more than just a hair pull, okay? So you just sat up here and assaulted this girl. You think I'm gonna have you come around and be in the same event with her? Yeah, no. Okay, so I mean, I get you on that front, but don't be talking about all this empowering and you ain't trying to empower this lady to do better, but you keep telling her to do better. Okay, so anyway, honey, alright. So she calls Gizelle. Gizelle says that she will be in attendance. She calls Candiace. Candiace said that she'll be in attendance as well, but she asked Candiace how is she doing with Karen. She was like, girl, obviously we ain't doing good because I'm over here sister stuttering, okay? And I just still feel a way about Karen. You know, she over here standing in the middle talking about she ain't choosing nobody, but you giving me this type of advice, and then you over here not holding this person, you know, accountable for their actions. So, you know, I'm over here, I'm still pressed, I still got a lot going on in my mind. So, girl, you know, we not good, but I want to have this talk with her. And if it's okay with you, I want to have this talk with her at your event, but I'm going to make sure that it doesn't mess up your event, okay? We're going to step off to the side. It's going to be cute. It's going to be nice. Whatever, okay? Wendy was in complete support of that. You know, as long as it doesn't mess up her event, she's all good for them to have, you know, a womanly conversation. Jamal is in town to see the girls, right? Gizelle picking him up from, I guess, the school where one of the daughters gave a presentation. They headed to the airport. He like, dang, you flying to get to the airport? She's like, oh, we ain't really flying, you know what I'm saying? But I know you got to get to the airport in a timely fashion. But listen, let's talk about you and me. And what I really want to talk about is the fact that I don't really like that you live in a whole other state. Like, sometimes I be really wanting you here with me and I be really missing you or whatever. And he's kind of like taken back because he's like, oh, okay, you giving me all this information of how you feeling now when that's not how it was originally. Like, I guess originally she wanted to take things much slower than where they were. She also didn't want to get wrapped up in his celebrity and it affecting her celebrity or whatever, right? So now she's past that and now she really wants it to be super official, okay? Because she's feeling like, well, listen, it's only one option, or two options. Either we do this or we don't do that. And I ain't really got no option for us not doing it. Like, I'm only focused on us making this happen. And she felt like she was the only person within the relationship that really wanted it to work. And he was like, nah, that's not what it is. You know, I want it to work as well, you know, but I was just waiting on you. And I'm just like, Jamal, honey, you're full of shit, okay? I can tell from your soft tone of how you speak, okay? And you are very good with words. Once again, you good with words. You a pastor. You also a manipulator. That's just what that is. That's just where I stand on that, okay? But Gizelle, you can eat it up and swallow it as much as you want to, girl. But I mean, good luck, okay? So I mean, we just gonna see what's gonna happen with Jamal and Gizelle. Like, I'm not seeing the chemistry at all. I saw more chemistry with her and Sherman than I am with her and Jamal. And I don't know why that is. Maybe we're just not getting to see more of their relationship or whatever. But I don't really see the chemistry. But whatever it is, honey, good luck. So Monique is at her show. She said that, okay, girl, listen, it's a lot of no-shows, okay? Ain't nobody really here. All right, and if these people don't show up, then I'm gonna have to start cashing out my own coin, and I done already spent enough. Okay, I'm not trying to round this up to 300,000. Okay, so y'all gonna have to do something, get these people out here. All right, where are the extras? Okay, because that's all she had at the end of the day. The 20 people that paid, and the rest of them was extras. So I mean, good luck. Okay, girl. So she goes to the back. She wanted to have a conversation with her moderator, and the lady was like, well, you know, let me know how these questions are supposed to flow today. And the first thing Monique said was, listen, I don't want to answer anything about the fight, okay? So everything else going to be cute. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. But don't ask me nothing about that fight, girl. That ain't how I went, honey. Okay. Ashley did show up, so Monique was glad to see that Ashley had shown up. So they sat down and had small talk. Karen could not make it because Karen told her that she was sick. Monique immediately kind of got in her feelings about it. You know, because she's like, dang, girl, like, I had been here for you. You know what I'm saying? I went to this, I went to that, and you can't even show up for me. Like, I understand that you sick, but I think a little bit Monique was in her feelings because she felt like Karen really wasn't showing up because she probably just didn't want to show up. It probably had nothing to do with her being sick. But I understand Monique kind of being in her feelings in that moment because everybody else is turning against her. She don't know who to trust. She knows she feels a bit alienated. So, I mean, initially, that's where your mind will go to. Your mind will think that, okay, she don't want to be here because she don't want to be here. But that's not really what it was, okay? So, Monique brings up Candiace or whatever, or maybe Ashley brought up Candiace. She talked about Candiace. You know, she wanted to apologize, whatever. It's a legal matter now. So, Ashley was like, yeah, you know, that whole legal matter thing, it's a little shaky for me. You know, it's kind of interesting. And that's interesting to me because Karen, you know, when we had the whole dinner or whatever for Wendy, you know, Candiace asked Karen, you know, what would she have done about XYZ, and Karen told her that she would have, you know, pressed charges. So Monique was like, oh, she would have what? So she was really taken back. She was kind of shocked by that. She definitely felt the way. Monique went on to say something like, you know, these ladies tell you that they want you to do better or whatever, or work on yourself, but they don't want to be around to see it. Girl, you acting like this happened months ago. Okay, this is just a few weeks, honey. You're not going to make no changes within a few weeks. So I disagree with that, girl. You ain't giving them enough time to see anything, honey. All right, not only did you not give them enough time, but when you bashed her head or whatever you did, and then a few weeks later or like a week later or whatever, you want to sit down and have this talk with these ladies, did not show any remorse, okay? And then want to turn around and then even hyped it up all on social media, doing this and that, blah, 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 whatever you was doing. Then you want to have one sit down with your pastor, get in your feelings, start crying, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and then you want to sit up here and ask other people to have some remorse for you, okay, and feel sensitive to you and what you got going on when you did not feel or show any remorse towards somebody else, and you think these ladies just supposed to show up like life is grand? No, okay? So if they all felt like you was wrong, you was wrong in their eyes. So why would they just show up and be like, I'm gonna be here and support? Nah, they being as real as they can be with you by being honest about, girl, I'm not gonna come. I don't rock with you like that, girl. It is what it is, okay? So Miss me with that, Mo. And I find it funny that Monique said something about, oh, you know, nobody likes to feel like they're being iced out. Okay, well, let's talk about how you was trying to ice out Candiace. I felt like it started at the top of the year when you tried to befriend Gizelle, okay? And y'all was going to pull whatever plot by way of Ashley, who told Gizelle whatever, so Gizelle can go back and tell it to Monique, because she knew Monique was trying to form a friendship with you, Gizelle, whatever. And then try and ice Candiace out at some point. Okay, then it turned around and flipped and it was on you. And then let's fast forward to even more of an ice out when you decided, instead of calling Candiace to apologize or have a talk with her regarding the issue, you chose to link up with all those ladies so you could try to get them on your side. Okay, and it didn't even go as planned and you left pressed. You was mad. Okay, how you gonna be mad, girl? If you ain't on their side, if they ain't on your side, that's not their fault, that's yours. Okay, so that right there to me was a clear indication of you trying to have Candiace iced out by not going to Candiace, but going to the ladies. And you could have went to the ladies and said, hey, you know, I already spoke with Candiace, this and that, but I also want to make sure that I apologize to y'all, da-da-da. No, okay, you skipped over the source. You skipped over the person that you directly affected and went to the indirect people to apologize to them because you were embarrassed. No, ma'am. And that's so funny because that's an ice out for your ass. Okay, you tried to ice her out, and you turned around and got your iced out. It's just comical at this point, but good luck. So Juan and Robyn having a bowling night. Her parents come. He tells them, as well as the boys, he's gonna go ahead and propose to Robyn. Robyn had to also tell them about her taxes. Okay, her daddy usually is on her. It's about her taxes, so she was a little shaky about telling them, but you know, that she finally got it off her chest. They weren't as disappointed in her as she thought they would be. And it was what it was. And it's so funny because her mama said she already knew because she found out via Instagram, honey. So Miss Karen, yes, scoot over because I'm talking to Karen, girl. Come here. Okay, we talking to you. So let me tell you something. Don't you ever get up here and start talking about you don't know what's going on social media and you're not a social media whiz or whatever, girl. Okay? Because the way them Twitter fingers and them IG fingers have been moving since the season started, you're not going to play us. Okay? You're not going to play the kids today. Okay, girl, so get it together, boo. So it's the day of Wendy's event. Okay, of course, all of the ladies show up outside of Monique. I really thought the event was hella dope. You know, it's called Black Girls Vote, I believe. So she was up there pretty much educating the ladies about politics and the right questions to ask and this and that and just, you know, just getting more knowledge about politics. And I thought that was really dope. So when Wendy said this is what she loves to do, she loves to teach and make women more knowledgeable about politics and what's going on in their local state governments and all this stuff. I'm like, Wendy, that's what you're really trying to tell us. Wendy is going to be running for a position at some point. What that position's gonna be, I don't know. But you could tell, like, that is her passion. That is what she wants to do. She enjoys speaking on it. So it's not gonna be too much long after she's been on this show. She's gained a bit of notoriety, okay, hopefully positively. And she's gonna end up running for a position locally. Watch what I tell you. I really believe that, okay? And outside of that, she's gonna be over here teaching and educating people in that. And Wendy, why not continue to be a professor at Johns Hopkins? And since you enjoy so much teaching about this and teaching about that when it comes to politics, why not just be a teacher in political science or something? You know what I'm saying? Since you're so passionate about that, you know, but that's just, you know, what I say, but we gonna see how it go. So Karen and Candiace dismissed themselves when the ladies went on a break. They went and dismissed themselves so they could have a talk. Meanwhile, all the other ladies are upstairs. They're discussing the situation with Monique, you know, asking Ashley how she felt about it. Of course, Ashley's gonna defend her friend because right now this is really the only friend Monique got, okay? Because Karen swears she ain't defending nobody, honey, okay? So this is the only friend Monique got, and Ashley's defending her. Everybody else think it's BS or whatever, okay? So, okay. You have Gizelle telling the girls what Wendy told her about Karen and how Karen had to help Ray pay his taxes and stuff. And I do feel like that was messy of Gizelle. True enough, Wendy was having a genuine, honest conversation with you, girl. You ain't have to go and tell all the rest of the ladies, okay? So if Karen should be mad at anybody, it shouldn't even be Wendy. Girl, you need to be going directly to Gizelle, okay? Because Gizelle was wrong for telling that lady business like that and then turn around and say, well, you know, I really just want to be there for Karen. Girl, which one is it, honey? Figure it out. So Karen and Candiace are downstairs having, you know, the talk. So pretty much, Candiace wants to talk about the elephant in the room, which is pretty much calling Karen out for her BS, okay? And not acknowledging the wrong that Monique has done. And Karen is just like on some pushback, like, girl, I'm not hearing you, Is there somebody in this raggedy okay, apartment, because I don't have that for you, girl. I don't know what you want me to do. Listen, there's been plenty of times that I have defended you, honey, okay, even in your right and in your wrong, okay. Now that she was on the other foot with my other friend, and if you think that I'm gonna dismiss her and not stand by her side, then girl, you got me messed up, okay. And, you know, what's her name? Candiace was like, well, I want you to understand that I was the person that was attacked and this and that and that. She was like, yeah, girl, you were. And if she was on the other foot and Monique was the one that was attacked and you attacked her, then, girl, I'm going to be on your side, too. You know, I'm going to be standing in the middle of the gap. You know, it is what it is. So, Wendy came down. She started talking. She told, Karen told Candiace, listen, girl, you have a very powerful mindset and everything, girl. Your mind is powerful and so is your mouth. I was like, girl, no, she did, honey. Okay. Candiace didn't know what to say. Wendy came downstairs to check on them, see how they were doing. She ended up getting engaged in the conversation. And Karen wasn't trying to hear anything Wendy said, okay? Wendy, you were better off not even jumping in the conversation. Karen has absolutely no respect for you at all. So how Gizelle feels about Monique or whatever, Karen feels that way about you, Wendy. So you just came out better just being quiet, honey, okay? But Wendy was right, in my opinion, like, but then it was a little shaky, right? So Wendy was like, yeah, like, hold her accountable for her actions, okay? At the end of the day, if she wrong, say she wrong, hold her accountable for her actions. But then my other question was, what does accountability look like to y'all? Okay, because Karen did say that, you know, Monique was wrong, but then the issue I have is that the only reason you said that, Karen, was because everybody was yelling at you. So then to get them off your back, you sat up there and said, you were wrong, Monique, and then you turned around and told everybody not to be yelling in your house. They had been yelling in your house. Now they called you out, and then now you want to say this. Okay, so that's a little shaky, like, okay, yeah, you may have told her to herself, like, oh, you know, you were wrong or this or that, but you're refusing to admit that she was wrong around all of the other ladies. Like, I don't really understand this whole dynamic, but I tell y'all this, I'm so tired of talking about this motherfucking fight. I am so tired, and it's sad that this whole fight is what's carrying the rest of this season. Like, y'all have got to, like, we have got to move past, okay? I am so tired of hearing about it. But, yeah, so I understood where Wendy was coming from, like holding her accountable, but then I also am like, well, girl, what does accountability look like in your eyes? What would you like to see done from Karen to hold Monique accountable, you know, for her actions? And I kind of actually understood Karen a bit when Karen was like, girl, I'm not finna choose. I'm not finna choose. You know, when you were wrong, I supported you. Now, another one of my friends is wrong. I'm going to support her. But Karen, once again, like I said on the last review, this is where you fuck up. When you start telling this person what they want to hear and then telling that person what it is that they want to hear. So when you flip-flopping like that, girl, then, you know, it's a mess. But anywho, y'all, I ain't got no more. I'm over it. I'm done. Y'all leave y'all comments below about how y'all feel about this entire Real Housewives of Potomac episode, how you guys felt about this review. What are your thoughts about Wendy not attending Monique's event and not willing to invite Monique to her event? What are your thoughts about Monique wanting all of the ladies to attend her event to show that she has quote-unquote changed, okay? Y'all leave y'all comments below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.